Welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping straight into the fascinating science of cellular energy. Today, we're unpacking some really interesting research from Prime IV Hydration to figure out why bypassing your digestive system entirely might just be the ultimate biological hack for that chronic exhaustion we all know too well.
Seriously, let's talk about this incredibly relatable problem. You know the exact feeling, right? You hit that 2 p.m. afternoon crash, the brain fog rolls in thick, and you just feel utterly, completely drained. But wait, you've been chugging water all day, you popped your daily multivitamin, so what gives? Well, according to the clinical research, the culprit is actually a massive biological traffic jam happening right inside your own body.
So, here is our roadmap for the Explainer today. We'll start with the digestion bottleneck, look at the intravenous shortcut, dive into powering the cells, explore NAD+ and healthy aging, and finally, we'll walk through the actual treatment experience.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the digestion bottleneck.
The source material describes the human digestive tract as this massive, notoriously inefficient bottleneck. I mean, think about it. When you swallow a multivitamin or drink a glass of water, those nutrients don't just magically teleport to your brain or your muscles. No, they have to survive a highly acidic stomach environment, battle their way through complex digestive enzymes, and navigate the super convoluted pathways of your intestines. And after all that, they still have to pass through metabolic filtering by the liver. It requires a massive amount of time and bodily energy just to process all of it.
And the fallout from this bottleneck is pretty staggering. Get this. By the time those active ingredients actually survive that acidic journey and make it into your bloodstream, your nutrient absorption rate can plummet to as low as 20%. Literally, 20%. You are essentially starving your cells of hydration and micronutrients while your digestive system is working overtime, just struggling to process them.
When we stack these two methods side by side, it totally makes sense why drinking gallons of water can still leave you feeling sluggish. Your body has strict physical limits. It can naturally process and absorb, at most, about 1 liter of water per hour orally. If you try to push it faster, the excess is just flushed out by your kidneys. And those oral vitamins? They can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to process, leaving a ton of waste behind. Intravenous therapy, on the flip side, hits your system in just 1 to 5 minutes with near zero waste. It is night and day.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 2, the intravenous shortcut.
So the absolutely crucial concept to grasp here is bioavailability. This is basically the percentage of a consumed nutrient that actually enters your systemic circulation to have a real biological effect. The clinical research shows that administering sterile saline and vitamins directly into the vein completely bypasses the body's normal hierarchy. Because you're totally skipping the stomach and the liver's first-pass metabolism, it reportedly guarantees a 100% absorption rate. No traffic jams, just direct delivery.
Just look at the stark contrast in this data. Look at oral capsules right there in the middle, a meager 10 to 30% absorption rate, and it takes hours. Now drop down to the bottom row. This objectively proves how the IV express lane provides total systemic restoration almost instantly. You're achieving deep cellular hydration in mere minutes, which literally forces high concentration gradients of nutrients directly into those starved cells.
Let's zoom in a bit further for Section 3, powering the cells.
If you really want to understand the root cause of that nasty afternoon brain fog, consider this incredibly surprising metric. Your brain makes up only about 2% of your total body weight, just 2%. Yet it is such an energy-hungry organ that it consumes a massive 20% of your body's entire energy supply.
So where exactly does all that energy come from? Well, think of your cell's mitochondria as the engine, and a molecule called ATP as the fuel. But, and this is a massive but, they absolutely depend on a vital coenzyme called NAD+. NAD+ acts like the spark plug that makes this entire energy production operation fire. Without it, your ATP production basically stalls out.
Which leads us straight into Section 4, NAD+ and healthy aging.
Here is the unfortunate biological reality according to the clinic's reports. Our natural reserves of NAD+ absolutely plummet as we get older. Actually, normal chronological aging, mixed with everyday chronic stress and poor sleep, means these vital reserves often drop by 50% by the time we hit middle age. Half of it, just gone. And this severe drop is directly linked to those sluggish neural pathways, poor concentration, and that deep, heavy physical exhaustion.
But this drop isn't just about feeling a little tired. It is biologically dangerous. You see, you have these crucial proteins called sirtuins, which are basically the guardians of your genome that regulate aging. You also have enzymes called PARPs that act as a repair crew, fixing microscopic daily DNA damage. The catch? Both of these remain totally dormant without an adequate supply of NAD+. If your NAD+ is running on empty, your body's natural defense against cellular degradation literally shuts down.
So how do we fix this? Clinical treatments often utilize a compound called Niagen. It acts as a direct, highly efficient building block. By putting this precursor compound straight into your system, it allows your body to rapidly synthesize fresh NAD+ molecules. This essentially jolts those dormant sirtuins awake, fuels up the PARPs for DNA repair, and gets your cellular power plants running at absolute peak capacity once again.
Finally, let's look at how this plays out in Section 5, the treatment experience.
The actual real-world process is highly structured, and it's designed to be totally relaxing, not stressful like a typical doctor's visit. The whole thing takes about 45 to 60 minutes. After a quick consultation to check your vitals and figure out your specific goals, you just kick back in a state-of-the-art massage chair. The IV goes in, and for the next 45 minutes, you simply disconnect. You can read, take a nap, listen to an audiobook, whatever you want, while those custom mixed fluids circulate through your system. By the time that hour is up, patients consistently report walking out with a profound sense of mental sharpness.
Now, because every single body is biochemically completely unique, these clinics objectively focus on creating custom formulations. They throw out the rigid one-size-fits-all approach. Based on exactly what you're feeling, they mix specific elements into that sterile saline. For instance, they might use glutathione, known as the master antioxidant, to neutralize free radicals and visibly brighten the skin. Or maybe high-dose vitamin C and zinc for a major immunity boost. Or B vitamins and amino acids for rapid athletic recovery.
The clinic's recommended long-term strategy is pretty straightforward. You move from a single reactive rescue drip, step 1, which really just patches up immediate dehydration, into steps 2 and 3, establishing a consistent, proactive routine. By scheduling bi-weekly or monthly maintenance, you are building a cumulative defense over time. You're keeping your immune system flushed with antioxidants and stopping those severe energy dips before they even happen.
I absolutely love how the source material summarizes this entire approach. The goal is to stop constantly reacting to illness and exhaustion, and instead start actively dictating your own biological vitality. It's really all about taking back control of your biological age by making sure your body has exactly what it needs to continuously operate at its absolute best.
So, I want to leave you with this provocative thought to chew on today. If you could permanently bypass your digestive system's biological traffic jams and give your cells a 100% absorption express lane to the exact nutrients they're craving right now, what would your absolute peak physical and mental potential actually look like tomorrow? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and remember to always keep asking the big questions about your health.